Ahoy gamers and welcome back to Cataclismo Tuesdays as we are playing through the game. So today we try out our very first secondary objective. This secondary objective is pretty epic. It's a tower defense, just like the tower defenses of old. We've got a limited amount of building materials, we've got a limited amount of troops, and we have to hold off a load of horrors trying to destroy our main building. We built an entire tower to defend ourselves, but really all we needed was a poison pot and a load of grenades. So without further ado, let's jump on in. Ahoy gamers, we're back on Cataclismo, where today we're not going to be doing the story. Sorry to spoil it for you, but instead of doing the episode of Downpour, which is the main mission expedition, we're going to try our very first secondary mission, which is called the Convenient Chasm, which is a secondary mission, which is a tower defense apparently. So we're going to click on this and give this a go. It's a secondary mission tower defense in the Highlands. So my overseer, we found horrors scuttling about a forest ravine. I sense a challenge you're held. Defend the stronghold from horrors. Protect the ancient beacon from all attacks. We're going to go jump straight in. We've been doing this whole thing on medium so far, so there's no point changing from medium. Well, it's loads, a good chance to drink some coffee. And here we go. What have we got?
Breathe. We're to defend this shrine at all costs. That's the order. The horrors here are timid, thank the stars. They won't attack until we provoke them. They'll come from this direction. Let's get building, and when we're ready, we'll poke the bear.
That's interesting. So we know where they're going to come from. So tower defense missions. The tower defense missions, horrors won't attack you until you're ready. Prepare your defenses to provided pieces, and when you're ready, face the enemy by clicking trigger next wave. So they're going to come from over here. How many are going to come? It's probably not going to tell us. We've got a tower here, but it looks like we've got with fire arrows. We've got what we've got to build with. So we've got some tactical pieces here. And where do we need to defend? Looks like we need to stop them from getting to our citadel, which is here, this stronghold. We've got some troops over here. Can we recruit any more? Doesn't look like we can. So we're going to move all of our troops over to here.
Where to?
Looks like they have to follow the mist all the way around. So they're going to come to here, all the way around here. Okay, so we've got a location here. We've obviously got this location here we could then fortify. Okay, this is quite interesting. So we've got some building slots. We can make our way up to here. And obviously we can't build down there. So is it worth? So we can build rope bridges, which is pretty cool. So we can go build a rope bridge from there to there. And then we can use this middle spot here. I think this might be a good place to build like a stronghold. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, we can actually... We don't have that many pieces, however, there we go, and we can actually build this into a relatively strong stronghold. So, what do we want to do? If I can actually use my brain without my brain dying on me, so we can go straight away this way. We can go straight up a set of stairs into the middle part here. Then we can build the middle part up by 1, and then hopefully we can just build it up by 2. Just like so. And we can then just build this entire area up by... Let's actually build it up by... No, we don't have enough points to build... No, we can try and build it up by 1 more. We might not have enough points to be able to do this. We can give it a go. And then build all of this up by a set amount as much as possible. There we go, we're out of those pieces. So we can now complete it with these. And 2 more up. There we go. And 1 there, 1 there. Perfect. So we now need to just complete this entire floor. It would help if I was able to click it in the right location. Like so. Then we can actually just build a little... that over there. That's a shame that we can't put anything into this corner. However, if we go for a... No, we're not going to build a little ledge over there. We're going to go for this. And with this in mind, we can then build another staircase going up. And then we want to build... There we go, just like that. And there we go, that will have to do. And we can then build this over here. Perfect. So we've got this little firing position here. We can build this round here. And build that just there. We can probably actually build that just on the edge here. There we go. So we can build that on that ledge there. They give them range bonuses for all across there. We'll do exactly the same over here. It's a bit of a shame. Actually, no, we won't need that all around here because this will stop them. We put that there. And this is really just for my own, because it's only look cool. Okay, that can't be built there. That's fine. And actually, you know what? We probably don't need this all the way along. But there we go. That looks good. We then hopefully build the last of these up along here. That'll give them all a good amount of range boosts. So obviously here they can only be stood in the middle. So there's room for 4 of them. Then if we were able to make this slightly wider, if we had more pieces to play with, we can then make that wider. That should be fine. Here we can't really do much here. However, we could actually get rid of the top one. Put this way. That will give that slight bonus. And with that bonus there, we can then put this maybe on here. Give them a range boost, which will be really useful. All the way up like that. So they can get up there. So we get 2 archers up there.
Yes.
1 and 2. And we can actually get these bombers to just stand just here. So these bombers, I can't get a range boost for these bombers, but I could get them a boost where they're stood there. And then this is a fallback position if anything goes wrong. And I think we should be okay with this. So we're just going to go for... so we go for trigger next wave. Click this button here. Trigger next horror wave, yes. So we're going to see how this goes. It's a bit of a shame that we can't move this, but we'll see. So horrors are now approaching. So we've got scores of these normal horrors. Let's give them some fire arrows. And if they get past here, then instantly we'll move them straight over to this location here. So there's 2 waves. Hopefully we were prepared enough. I think this is going to be the best defensive spot. We may alter this. If we get some more tactical pieces, we may end up altering it. And just seeing what else we can put. Because we've got a little bit of time until they attack us by the looks of it. Never mind. Okay. This isn't looking good. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
However, this could work. Okay. This may not work. There's too many of them. However, this poison, throwing point, this is really strong. So if anyone needs to run away, we'll move these straight to over here. And then they can pick up any of the stragglers. I think that's a really good idea. Yeah, these guys will pick up any stragglers. To be honest, they probably don't need to run anywhere. They can get them to stand over here. They can pick up any stragglers from here. And then these 2 can stay up here. Or he can then go hunt them down. That's really strong. I didn't realise how strong the poison was. And then yeah, then these guys can then just pew pew as they come down. Yeah, except that's some insane range. We can probably speed this up a little bit. Fast forward. Let's see if we get anything for surviving the night.
Daybreak. And more troops for the
Okay, we've got more troops. Some more archers and some more lobbers. That's really
The
useful.
last swarm will come from that direction. Let's cover all angles.
Okay, so they're attacking us from another direction this time. Okay, no, they're actually attacking us from the same direction. That's okay. So we're going to move everyone back over here. So and have we got any more pieces? We've got a throwing pot. Throwing pot's really useful. As they're coming from there again, don't think we need to upgrade the throwing pots. We've got that there. That's interesting. If we've got more building spots, we have got more building slots. So how are we going to make this work? I think we're going to get rid of these 2. Get rid of these. And we're going to put in these just here. And then we should be able to put is it fire arrows? Fire arrows just there. This will affect all of them. It's really useful. And then this. Perfect. And then we can get another 2 rangers over here. And they should be able to defend that. And this in mind. So this is still a really strong location. We can then put some of these. Actually, no, we want to increase this by a little bit. Like so. And we can put these ones on here. There we go. So we've got enough room for 2 of you. And throwing poisons. I don't think we want to move the throwing poisons anywhere, if I'm going to be honest. because I think that is as good as it's going to get. We might be able to put a secondary throwing poison down here somewhere. I don't... It's going to be really risky, but might be worth putting like a... This is the perfect location, so it might be worth... I don't think there's going to be enough room. That's the only issue. However, if we can we build something all the way down here? We cannot. Need support. So we might have to just do something like this. I've got an idea. This... Ouch, that guy fell off. Never mind. So if we get rid of these, we've got single pieces here. You can make your way back up. I don't care where you stand. And we are going to try something rather unusual. But this could work. And then all we want to do is then, at the back here, put these singular pieces up. Actually, we want to put double one of these. Not sure whether this is going to work, but by the looks of it so far, it looks like it might work. Then can they go from there to there? Looks like they can't, so we need to get rid of this. Can they go from there to there?
Yeah.
Okay, they can. Good. All we're going to do over here is build ourselves gas poisons. Perfect. And then we're going to see if we can get ourselves... If we move this back by one. Throwing poisons just there. We can build ourselves range bonus at the front. As they're not attacking us, we should be okay. Just like that. And then we get a range bonus on... No, I think that's it. And then we might be able to get a... No, okay. So, fallback position. So let's get ourselves... If this place falls, we'll get two of them. Because I think they've got enough range there. They have got enough range there. So if this place falls, they will run straight away to this throwing poisons here. We can go give this a go. So trigger next wave. We're ready. Yes, we could have built more, but I don't think there's a reason to. So you've got hundreds of these. And we are on the second wave. So this is going to be the end of this episode. If we manage to survive this. There's no reason why we can't. Let's give these guys as much of a bonus as possible. There you go. Can we give these guys a damage bonus? There we go. Give everyone a bonus like this can reach. And that will have to do. And we'll see how well we can hold off. Yes, we've got less archers here, but it should be okay. They've got flame arrows and... Well, they've got loads of different arrows. And hopefully they can drop their poison ones down. As they've got more lobbers here. And make this into like a poison field. It should be perfect. Everything that comes through here, poison, slowly hurting one another. I just love how... Oh, too far. The aesthetic of this game is just amazing. It's so beautiful. Although we are fighting against a load of horrors and they're dying very quickly, it is a very beautiful game. But we're holding the line. I think having a choke point like this, a load of bombers, is just so powerful. Throwing poison. I need to note this for the campaign. Throwing poison is really strong. But also tower defense is really fun. Tower defenses are my favourite game genre. I don't play enough of them, but they are my favourite. Same as strategy games. I do love myself a good strategy game. But I think we're fine here. We can probably speed this up because this is coming to the end. That is a lot of bodies. There we go. GG. It is over. We didn't even need our secondary position. Complete an optional defense level on any difficulty. Tower defense. We've got 2 more insights. So we protected the ancient beacon from all attacks. I didn't even know where the ancient beacon was. I'm pretty sure it's behind the tower we built. Took us 12 minutes. Nice. Right, let's go and continue. We got some more insight points, which means we've got some points to spend. It'd be nice if that became a stronger mission. Like if we
need to keep moving.
Yes, Lady Iris, we do need to keep moving. It'd be nice to see whether if we clicked on it again, it was a harder variant, but I don't think that's a thing. So advanced wood pieces. How many do we need to upgrade? I think we just need 2. Let's give ourselves more wooden pieces. Okay, we may need another point as well. And I guess we'll just increase Iris's health. There we go. So we've got the next wave, or then no, we haven't unlocked the next load. That's a bit weird. How many do we need? I think we might need 10 points. Doesn't tell me, unfortunately. But we are ready to then continue the story in the next episode, which will be next week. So this next story is this one over here, The Downpour, which I'm looking forward to that one. Nice short video, this one. We did a bit of tower defencing, which is really cool. If you want to see more tower defences, let me know. So, as per usual, have a wonderful day, everyone. I've got a couple of links in the description down below. One is to the community Discord. It's a small community, very slowly growing. You're more than welcome to join. I've got two other links in the description below. One is to Mrs Rothmers YouTube channel. If you like fantasy lore, stuff like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, Warhammer, have a look over there. She does quite cool stuff. Then finally, I've got a joint YouTube channel with the missus where we are collecting, building, painting, and soon to be battling some Warhammer tabletop figures. Really cool little hobby we have. So if you like Warhammer, have a look over there. So have a wonderful week, everyone, and we'll see you in next week's Cataclismo on Tuesday. Peace out.